Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, week number 7. Currently we're sitting 4-2. Once again, I don't necessarily think there's a playoff record. 5-2 is looking kind of more like it. So we're just gonna try and get to 5-2 today. So, the first thing I noticed is he's very weak to Happy Hour Jirachi. Especially this particular set. Happy Hour Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. Energy Ball is mainly there for, well, Quagsire, because let's say he's unaware Quagsire, then I really still want to kill that as soon as I get my sweep going. Then the only things that I can't really kill it, but can't really do that much back, are P2 Ninetales, potentially also Kamala. But after I get enough chips, so I really want to use this guy as my late game cleaner. After rocks, after 2 rounds of rocks, Weavile dies to Energy Ball, Mega Metagross gets 2-hit KO by Shadow Ball, Manaphy gets 2-hit KO by Psychic, or potentially Psychic is Energy Ball. So all sorts of great things happening here, but I really need a bunch of chip on the majority of his mons, and then Jirachi's also reasonably bulky, so I knew I couldn't kill all that much. I could run Modest, but I just wanted the additional bulk that the 120 HP investment would give me. So that's why we're running this set. Next off, we have an Assault Vest Muck. AV Muck basically there to take on Manaphy. As you can see, we have Clear Smog, because I'm very much afraid of a Rain Dance, Z Rain Dance Tail Glow Manaphy. But this thing actually noms 2 Scalds, so it can't even switch in, Clear Smog, and then fuck its face off. So Muck gonna be big, is there for Manaphy, it's there for P2, it's there for Kamala, Superior, and that's kinda really. So we have some speed investment in case he wanted to speed creep me with the Quagsire. I don't know why he would do that. This is definitely not enough speed to outspeed P2, because I was debating that, but then I would lose a lot of speed up, and I didn't want that to happen. Next off, we have 1 switch in to Mega Metagross, and that's Bulk Tangrowth. But it's the only switch in you'll need, because let's be honest here, it's a Tangrowth. So we have Sleep Powder, just to neuter one of his mons, or like completely get that mon out of the game. As you can see, he has Hyper Offense, and that's just dangerous. Okay, so that's as soon as you get 1 mon to sleep, then that's great. Usually Heracross is free switch to Tangrowth. That's why I have HP Flying, because I'm scared shitless. And I have the thing I have to take on the Mega Metagross is extra Leech Seed, so let's hope he doesn't bring a Home Claw set and seeds through all of that. But like combination of Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, and then Mega Manectric should be enough to deal with Mega Metagross. So next up we have Mega Manectric. This outspeeds Weavile, so that's all you need to know really. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Grass is the set I'm bringing with the ability Static. So let's say he wants to U-turn with whatever, or didn't he have a Trace mon? He had Trace Porygon too. And I didn't want to give him the Lightning Rod, so this was what I decided to lead off with when I was making the team builder. Well, one, I don't have anything for Mamoswine, so does he elite with Mamoswine? I'm just gonna stay in an HP Grass. I'm just gonna stay in, be a man in HP Grass, because he'll likely set up rocks anyway, because, well, Manectric doesn't do that much too. Mamoswine, I really want to keep that thing. No, I don't care about Manectric this week. I really want to get rid of that Mamoswine. So next off we have Infernape, which is Leftovers variant, because I have nothing to take on the Weavile. So I once again bulky Infernape, Stealth Rock, Slack Off, Fire Punch, U-turn, and this is enough speed, which is a lot of speed, I know, to outspeed Max Speed Manaphy, so I can U-turn out on that. And then last but not least, we have a Clover Berry Jellicent, which is the only switch in I have for Heracross. Doesn't he bring any of those threats, then I can throw those mons that I dedicated to 1 switch in front of other things. let's say he doesn't bring Weavile, then, well, Infernape basically becomes useless, and I can throw that in front of Superior, the Heracross potentially, even Mamoswine just to sack it. And then, well, Jellicent is also there because that I didn't have anything for Araquanid thus far. So, very bulky team, very specific team. Let's say he brings other threats then. Well, eventually I did wall just about anything, so I was not unpleased with this team. So, without any further ado, we're just gonna see how this battle went. So, this is the eventual team that he ended up bringing. Weavile, which I have an Infernape for, Manaphy, which I have Muck for, Metagross, Tangrowth, Mamoswine, fuck. P2, well, I can bludgeon that to death eventually. Hopefully, because I also have Taunt Toxic on Jellicent, which has 60 speed EV, so it should be enough to outspeed the Porygon. Spoiler turns out not to be. And then there is a Heracross, which I have Infernape? No? Jellicent? Thank you. So, he has a very threatening team, right? As soon as one mon breaks, then a very specific mon, or two very specific mons, become very threatening. So, I mean, yeah, but let's just see how this goes. So he leads with Thunder Thighs. As I said, in the team building, in the prep thing, I'm gonna lead with Manectric. I'm gonna fire off an HP Grass, because fuck this Mamoswine. I don't have anything for it. So, with HP Grass, please go Rocks, please go Rocks, please go Rocks. And he goes for Stealth Rock. So, that's good. Here I really wanted to Volt Switch, but I figured, you know what, I don't have the bollocks for that. So, let's just play it safe, go HP Grass, and then next turn you can Volt Switch. So, currently, the plan has been working out, right? Mamoswine is damaged severely, to where everything can kill it, and almost, well, three of my mons outspeed it, and he doesn't want to switch in on Jellicent, Tangrowth, and Muck either. So I go into my dedicated switch in on Garden Bombay, which is my Muck, and I decide to just fire off a knockoff. He goes an Heracross, which, yeah, admittedly is a free switch for a set I brought, because, well, HP Flying Muck, Air Release not a thing, but I got a Poison Touch. If this thing, it's guts, then I'm fucked. So I go into Jelly, he goes Knock, because that's reasonably safe. He bops my Golbat, and yeah, I calc damage, and that, ladies and gents, is definitely Gus Heracross. So, unfortunate, but I'm gonna predict the other knockoff, and I'm gonna go on Infernape. So, he, in fact, does knock off my leftovers. You know what? Fine. Fine. Here, I have the Fire Punch. I know I'm faster because I now have his item. It's not Scarf, and I have enough speed to outspeed Manaphy, which is actually the mon I decided to go into. So, here, I Fire Punch. No, I get up Rocks. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. I really wanted Rocks, because he didn't have any removal. And he had Rocks in my field, so I decided, you know what, you're gonna switch out anyway. So I get a Rocks. And now, on Soap McTravish, I U-turn because I have enough speed investment to outpace that. And I'm gonna go into my dedicated switch in. Wait, no. I figure, you know what, you're not gonna see Rain Dance here. Even if you do that, then Manectric still lives with Scald, and I can kill you with a T-Bolt. So far, so good. He goes for Tail Glow, then I figured, well, I don't know if you're Wakan yet, so I'm just gonna Volt Switch here. He goes into his Thunder Thighs, which is a Mamoswine. He realized, well, this thing is not gonna do that much anymore. They get Rocks, but didn't get any kill, which, well, then looking at my team, you kind of expect Mamoswine to get a bunch of kills. Didn't happen. Mega Manectric gonna claim its kill with the Hidden Power Grass. And now, whatever he brings in is going to have the normal Volt Switch. This is also good for Mega Manectric because he has no electric immunities anymore, so I can Volt Switch on whatever I like. Which is exactly what I'm going to do this turn, right? So, I'm going to Volt Switch into my Muck. Because Muck is, once again, going to switch into this guy and also Manaphy. So I really appreciate that he doesn't go for consecutive attacks on my Muck. But he's going to go into Heracross. It turns out that the poison first turn was actually not all that shabby because, well, now he's in range to just die to the poison. So, two great threats already out of the way. We're sitting strong and pretty. He's gonna go into Metagross, and at this point he's like, okay, I have to go game here. Which I thought was rather silly. So he sets up an agility. I'm just gonna go into normal instead of slow real quick. And then maybe change that back. But, so, yeah, Tangrowth fucks that thing senseless. So what I'm gonna do is just pour some seeds in his face on the P2, and so I'm just gonna go into Muck. He wants to keep his P2 very healthy, so he just goes for a recover, and this means another free knockoff. So Muck, my favorite low tier pick, is just gonna knock off the world. So that's exactly what happens. He goes into Soap McTravish, and that's crit. So he's going to be Lumberry. That's fine. You probably had seen my replay against Dom where I draw a bunch of T-Wave mons or just really speed control. But we go for a poison. So basically what I did, right? I had a 30 plus a 30% chance to poison. So yeah, I had a 30 plus. I had about a 40% chance to get a Toxic that turn. He goes into Steely Fill. I'm like, okay, I probably should have sacked the Muck there. No, not just yet, but I go into Tangrowth. The Earthquake crits, and that does about 15%. You know what, Metagross, you are fucking pathetic. So I'm gonna pour some more seeds into this guy's face. And I'm just gonna Sleep Powder here because I predicted him to predict. Like, I've been going into Muck all game long on his P2. So at this point, I figured, you know what, he's gonna go Metagross here, or even Weavile. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna Sleep Powder and level the ground. He paralyzes me, and I miss my Sleep Powder. So the only thing that actually brought me was some bit more chip on P2, which at this point, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Muck then. He's gonna recover. Fine, be like that. And here I just get a knock on something. Does he stay in with a P2? Great, I get that's the Violite knocked off. Does he go into anything else? Well, I can knock off Weavile's item, and I can get some decent chip on the Metagross. So I go into Tangrowth. Now he pulls the double switch. He goes into this guy, and he is Swords Dance Weavile. And at this point, I'm like, fuck. I just lose, because at this point, Infernape is no longer the amount of HP, where After Rocks can take a +2 knock. And I don't have anything that lives this, because Tangrowth dies to +2 Icicle Crash, Jellicent dies to knock off Infernape, and then Jirachi dies to +2 knockoff. So everything at this point just goes down to this pile of garbage. But there is a Trooper, ladies and gentlemen. Won me previous week. This is gonna do very well. This ICAL Mega Electric gets, well, obviously with Intimidate. So Mega Electric can live this hit, goes for a Flamethrower, because T-Bull was like almost, but it wasn't a guaranteed kill. So I will switch out into P2, go into Jellicent, and at this point I figure, you know what, okay, fine. I can finally get off a fucking Toxic on this duck cunt. Outspeed it. Jellicent, thank you for being a trooper. Like, thank you so much for doing that. You didn't do that much this game. You took a knockoff from the Heracross and the Shadow Ball from P2, and, well, you Toxic that. So, which is all I needed Jellicent to do, really. Had he gone down, I could have just gone into Infernape here. No. I yeah, I would have really struggled. So I go into Jirachi at this point. Okay, I really need more damage on his Mons in order for Mega Man X to sweep. So I go for the Z power, Z happy hour. And at this point, he's like, "Yeah, I see that. I see through you, Socrates. I'm gonna T-wave." But at this point, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't even care if you T-wave me, because I'm just gonna spam Energy Ball." In case he wanted to switch to Weavile, predicting Psychic, but that would be odd because he doesn't even know whether I'm special or physical yet. But here he goes, and a Mega Metagross. I fired off another Energy Ball. At this point, you know, I can live any hit he wants to throw at me. So I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. So, what have we seen? Energy Ball kills after 2 rounds of rocks on the Weavile. So he's going to knock. That is 40% because you can't knock off a Normalium Z. I go for the Energy Ball. Take out a Weavile, and at this point he goes into his Mega Metagross. I live that. Well, I don't live that. Roxy lived that. Goes for Shadow Ball. And takes out a Mega Metagross. So, despite Jirachi being paralyzed, it puts in the finest of work late game. So, I go for Psychic. I get the Spit F drop. He goes for Recover. At this point, Psychic, after Poison, Psychic kills here. Unfortunately, I get paralyzed, which, well, yeah, I had that one coming. But now, since I got the Spit F drop, I can just, I could claim the victory with an Infernape. Another thing I could do is just go out into this guy. And T-Bolt, because that also works. So, the first half of the game, I had it in the bag, right? I was playing phenomenally. Muck put in so much work. After Muck died, whole different story. SD Weavile made me lose my shit. So once again, Mega Man X just pulling a game out of its arse, and I'm very grateful for that. So this was week number 7. Currently we're sitting 5-2, and we're finally caught up to where we currently are sitting. So this week we face off versus Gargleflop, which I have the shittiest of matchups against, so I'm very much afraid of that matchup. But this week I'm going to separate teambuilder and the actual game from one another, and we battle tomorrow evening. So hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.